Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and tonight we are kicking us off with the Women's World Champion, Bianca Belair. She's been in a pissed off mood as of late after what Bayley, Io, and Dakota have done to her as of late, because it's Summerslam coming up next week, which is officially 2 weeks, this week and next week. It is going to be SummerSlam, where Bianca may face her toughest test as Women's World Champion. She's faced off with Bayley before. The night after WrestleMania, cashed in on Bayley at that time, would go on with the take on Bayley, Charlotte, and rematches. But we'll see if it comes a different ball game at SummerSlam, where Bianca has to defend that Women's World title against Bayley of Damage Control. So let's go ahead and see what's on Bianca Belair's mind here. Rosemont, Illinois. As much as I would love to come out here and talk with you guys about the SummerSlam matchup against Bayley, I'm not in a talking mood. I am in a fighting mood. So Bayley, get your ass out here. And now it looks like Bayley is going to make her way down to the ring, the winner of the Queen's Crown Tournament, the first ever Queen's Crown Tournament. And look at the smirk on the face of Bayley. She's just eating this up, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly having a time of her life. Sent a message to Bianca Belair recently on Monday Night Raw. Bianca Belair seems like she's in a fighting mood though. So big time opportunity for Bayley to get in the head even more of Bianca. If you're looking for a fight, Bianca, you are certainly going to get it. But how about this, Bianca? You face Io and Dakota in a 2-on-1 handicap match tonight, and if you win, you can pick the stipulation for our matchup at SummerSlam. But if Damage Controls wins, I pick the stipulation. How about that, Bianca? Sure, I accept. So get your two wannabe world champions out here, your two lackeys, so I can send a message to Io and Dakota not to mess with me, and I'm gonna show you the exact outcome of SummerSlam, where I hold this world championship over my head while I look over your corpse. 1, 2, 3. As now we wait for Io Sky and Dakota Kai of Damage Control. Io Sky, a former SmackDown Women's Champion here. Dakota Kai, a former multi-time Women's Tag Team Champion. This is not going to be easy for Bianca Belair, but if anyone can do it, it sure will be Bianca Belair. And also, before we, between the intermission, before Io and Dakota came out, the Raw General Manager Shawn Michaels came out here, confirmed to make this match official, as well as made sure Bayley would stay in the back for this matchup, because this is a major stipulation to this matchup. If Bianca wins, she picks the stipulation between herself and Bayley for that Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. But if Io and Dakota Kai win, Bayley gets to pick the stipulation. It's a 1-on-2 handicap tag matchup. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to fare for Bianca. I mean, you have to worry about two fresh opponents in Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Genius of the Sky and King Coda. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Oh, referee you're about to get knocked out as Bianca coming right out after Dakota Kai here. And certainly, you gotta be very aggressive maybe in the opening moments to kind of focus on, your opponent. But, I mean, I guess I could kind of understand if some people would like to slow down the matchup, not waste all of, your stamina on one superstar. I mean, I guess there's so many different ways you could look at it. This is Dakota Kai with a beautiful DDT there. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially 2 weeks away from SummerSlam there in Nashville, Tennessee. It is going to be a great night, not just tonight, but leading up to Nashville, Tennessee's version of SummerSlam. It is going to be great. Big time action tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys. We got Big E of D-Generation X taking on Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, in singles action. That's actually going to be coming up next after this very matchup, as well as Bron Breakker takes on Jimmy Uso. And those are big time matches because coming up at SummerSlam, it is going to be D-Generation X, Bron Breakker, and Big E taking on the team of, which is the Bloodline, the Usos and Solo Sikoa. The X's might be in trouble. Also, later on tonight, Alpha Academy versus the OC, a 2-on-2 handicap match. Gallows and Anderson taking on Chad Gable and Otis. If Chad Gable and Otis defeat the OC, we are going to be seeing a Raw Tag Team Championship matchup between both teams at SummerSlam. Also, after a shocking betrayal last week from Carmella to Zelina Vega, we are going to see those two women go at it tonight. It's going to be a big time matchup, and we'll see if maybe Zelina Vega can get some revenge on her former tag team partner. Maybe we figure out why exactly Carmella did what she did by taking out her tag team partner, which both of these women multi-time tag team champions with each other, so it's kind of surprising for what we witnessed as Dakota Kai looking for that big boot, but no, Bianca, perfect timing and a perfect executed clothesline takes down Dakota Kai. That's why she's the Women's World Champion, ladies and gentlemen. She's heating up and she's on a roll right now. It's a big knee strike, takes down Dakota Kai. As well as another match announced, ladies and gentlemen. DIY taking on Miz and Logan Paul. This is going to be the first matchup back for Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano as they reunited DIY. But with Tommaso Ciampa joining the way, from what we understand, they are calling themselves the DIY way. So we'll see how that works here on Monday Night Raw. Also, 2 number 1 contenders matches, ladies and gentlemen. Later on tonight, Carmelo Hayes versus Rey Mysterio. The winner will go on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. KOD. KOD to Dakota Kai. Will this be enough? Io Sky in the ring, looking to break it up, and she does. Like I was saying, a number 1 contenders matchup later on tonight as Carmelo Hayes, another breakup. Carmelo Hayes takes on Rey Mysterio. Winner takes on Austin Theory for that United States Championship at SummerSlam. Also, Trick Williams takes on Santos Escobar. The winner of that matchup will take on Bronson Reed for the Monday Night Raw United Kingdom Championship. Wait a minute, Bianca has her up. Another KOD to Dakota Kai. Will that be enough the second time? Io Sky right there to break it up, though. If I'm Bianca, you gotta focus on Io Sky at this moment. I feel like you're doing everything you want to Dakota Kai, but Io Sky, the numbers game are coming into play here. And this is what I'm talking about. Bianca trying to do what she can, inflict as much damage as she can. Now Dakota Kai gonna get back in the ring, and now Bianca, gonna maybe look to put the final pieces away. It's interesting takedown there. Dakota Kai, she lands on her face. And my question is, for both women, what stipulation would they want to have for the hottest night of the summer, that being SummerSlam? The endless possibilities that these women have. Could they have just a routine one-on-one contest? Is there multiple things that they could really do with it? Bianca again, looking for the third KOD of the matchup. Dakota Kai has to be down and out again. Pinfall opportunity, 1, but Io Sky again breaks it up. And if you're Bianca, you gotta be getting frustrated right now. You've put Dakota Kai away multiple times. This is a normal singles matchup. Bianca walks out with a victory, but that's what it comes with the numbers game. Bayley knew exactly what she was doing. She knew Bianca Belair was gonna be itching for a fight tonight. You could tell she was frustrated, knew that Bianca Belair is gonna want some action. And Bayley's like, you know what, I'll give it to you, but in the form of Io Sky and Dakota Kai. And if you're able to defeat Io and Dakota, then certainly you'll get your opportunity to pick the stipulation. And I'll get Bianca with a big spear taking down Dakota Kai. I don't know how much Dakota Kai is going to have left in her. at this point, I'm thinking Bianca should let Dakota Kai get a tag if she can and go to work on Io Sky, because Io Sky is going to continue to break up the pinfall or submissions every time. Now Bianca just going to take her time here, realizing what she needs to do here. Now Dakota, we're going to look for a tag. Yes, we do. Here we go. Let's see what Dakota and Io can set up here. Double super kick takes down the champion. But look at Bianca, full of adrenaline, back up to her feet. But Io's like, no, you're staying on the ground. But again, look at Bianca getting right back up to her feet, not playing around. And now, oh, look at this. Look at that. Almost like a variation of a glam slam type of maneuver from Bianca Belair. Is that enough? No, 2.5. Bianca's so close. You can feel this high intensity matchup here. Irish whip off the ropes into a drop kick. Oh no, right to the left knee. That is not good. And now Io gonna get a tag. We're gonna start seeing some frequent tags here. And oh, Dakota Kai, she is the king of eating the KOD tonight. King Kota in trouble. Pinfall opportunity once again. But once again, Dakota Kai being saved by Io Sky. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. The military press slam. Making this look oh so easy. Look just how strong Bianca Belair is, ladies and gentlemen. And Dakota Kai gonna do the right thing, rolling out of the ring. Just gonna save herself for other things here. It's a plancha. Plancha over the top rope, takes down Dakota Kai. And again, Bianca Belair has looked great. And like I mentioned before earlier on in this matchup, if this was a singles matchup, Dakota Kai would be down and out, but Io Sky has been there for her partner this whole exact time. And Bayley gonna take some time, or I should say Bianca Belair take some time to inflict some damage on Io Sky. So this could have been a perfect time for maybe Bianca to try to go for a pinfall on Dakota Kai's a brutal power slam outside here. I mean, at this point, Bianca honestly could go for a count out victory at this point. Oh, and a spear to the outside takes out Io. Uh-oh. Is this worth it? Is this worth it for Io Sky? Thankfully, or I should say for Bianca Belair to do to Io Sky. Oh, Dakota Kai putting Bianca Belair in the corner. All just wrenching in on her hair. That is not going to be feeling good for Bianca. And Bianca Belair could be in trouble. Massive forearm there from King Kota. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put away Bianca? Bianca's grabbing the bottom rope, but I think the referee would have let that go. Honestly, he was continuing the count even though her hand was on the bottom rope though. And now Io Sky and Bianca Belair here. Oh, it's time to eat the KOD. Io Sky. No, Io Sky with a reversal. That very well could be it with that reversal. Bianca has just eaten so much tonight. She's able to kick out though. And now we'll see if we haven't seen much of Io Sky in this matchup. She's the one been saving Dakota Kai all night here. Look at that spinning power slam there from Io. The genius of the skies for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And now big old glam slam power maneuver there to Io. Is that enough? 2. No, power kick out, and Bianca cannot believe it. Oh, Dakota Kai wrenching the face of Bianca right on that top rope. That is not going to be feeling good in the morning. But for Bianca, it'll feel a lot better if she's able to pick up a win somehow, as at that time she connects with the KOD to Io Sky. Could that be enough to put her away this time? 2. Dakota Kai breaks it up at the very last second. The numbers game is continuing to play with Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair may be running out of situations to really do in this matchup. It's only so much Bianca Belair can do at this time. Big forearm strike there from Io Sky. Uh-oh. Oh, going for a power slam, but Bianca Belair just pulling everything out of her repertoire right now. That's all. She's not done yet. Running power slam to Io Sky. And now telling Io to kiss her behind as well. Hopefully Bayley's watching in the back. Because, oh, Bianca gonna stretch out Io Sky here. But Dakota Kai right there to break it up again. Uh-oh, Bianca Belair. Beautiful power slam. Now she has to focus on Io Sky though. Just like that. It's just this is the numbers game. You think Bianca Belair can do it, and then just the numbers game comes into play. And uh-oh, Io Sky running knee to the back of the head, almost like a shining wizard. Bianca Belair's literally got to be on her last levels here in this matchup. Oh, going for a Hurricane Rana. Bianca Belair. Big power bomb, a much needed power bomb there from Bianca. For a woman that has eaten so much damage in this matchup, she has done great. And now, last ditch effort, you gotta think here. A 450 to Io Sky. Is this it? No, Dakota Kai breaks it up. You got to be kidding me. And Bianca Belair, you can tell she's getting pissed. You do not want to piss off Bianca Belair. Big frog splash to the ribs. And earlier on tonight in this matchup, it was all Io Sky making the saves. But now Dakota's making the saves. Uh-oh. And now Bianca again for the 10th millionth KOD to Io Sky though this time. Could this be enough this time? One. No. Dakota Kai again breaks it up. It does not matter what Bianca Belair does at this point, it feels like. The numbers game is just too much for these women. Super kick again. Spinning heel kick to Bianca. Io Sky and Dakota Kai certainly do well in singles action as well as they do great as a tag team. As a number, super kick and then a spinning heel kick. Oh no, Io Sky, the genius of the sky. Oh no, oh my goodness, a moonsault. Certainly, this has to be it. 2. No! Are you kidding me? Holy crap. These women are tearing down the house. And this is just the first matchup of the night. Holy crap. And now, oh, this is convenient. Dakota Kai, she missed the first time. Can she hit the second time? Yes, she does. A big boot. But now Bianca with a reversal. I thought that would have been a perfect time for Damage Control to put the match away, but not yet. These women are going to have to dig down deep at this point. Get the world champion on last legs in this match if she has eaten so much damage between both Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Bianca Belair is smart. She has to take out Dakota or Io, whoever's happened to be in the apron. This happens to be Io Sky at the moment. There's now Bianca looking for the KOD. KOD. Gonna go for the pinfall now. Will this be enough? No, Io Sky breaks it up again. Bianca just telling her to get the heck out of the ring. Bianca's trying to grab Dakota Kai, trying to figure out what she wants to do. Oh, shoulder bumps the referee accidentally, but able to shoulder bump the right person. And now Bianca all fired up here, but Dakota Kai gonna look to maybe get a tag here. I don't know for sure if this is actually legal because the referee is down and out, but it looks like he has acknowledged the tag. So it looks like Bianca and Io are going to be the two legal women in this matchup so far. Going for a pump handle slam. Io Sky moving out the way. Uh-oh. Brutal neck breaker there from Io Sky. Like we mentioned, Io Sky, former SmackDown Women's Champion. Dakota Kai, multi-time Women's Tag Team Champion, as a spear out of nowhere. there from Bianca. And you got to assume Bianca Belair, like we mentioned, she's on the last legs, but she's continuing to have that Mamba mentality right now, that Kobe Bryant mentality of keeping up this match. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2. Oh, Io Sky at the very last second. Thought maybe for a second Io Sky was going to be a little bit too slow, but not that time. And now Bianca has Dakota Kai up again. And another KOD. Will that be enough this time? But again, Io and Dakota are not going to let this be too easy for Dakota Kai. What is Bianca Belair thinking at this moment? Uh-oh. Plancha! A suicide plancha takes down Dakota Kai. This has been one of the best opening matches in some time, ladies and gentlemen. That's saying something. The world champion is having to work for it tonight. Damage Control is making sure this is not going to be easy for the champ. And obviously Damage Control wants to make sure Bayley gets the opportunity to pick the stipulation for the matchup. Oh, big front slam takes down Dakota Kai. Both Dakota and Bayley, Bianca and Dakota Kai need to get back inside the ring here. And as we avoid the count-out process there, and now Bianca going to continue to inflict some damage, maybe? No, Dakota Kai, look at slipping out the way there. Oh. Throwing some agility in there, that running knee right to the knee. I think both knees were honestly colliding there. Will that be enough this time? No, Bianca kicks out. Holy crap. This could be the opening match of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota Kai kick to the skull to Bianca Belair. Certainly that has to be it, right? 2, 3 it is. Damage Control picks up a massive victory. And with that, it means Bayley gets to pick the stipulation for the World Championship matchup against Bianca at SummerSlam. Now, will we find out what that stipulation is tonight? Time will tell, but that is a massive win for Damage Control over the World Champion. That was a hard-fought win, ladies and gentlemen. A 20-plus minute match, and these women tore down the opening match. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some singles action, as here comes Big E, one of the newest members of D-Generation X. And he's got 2 words for you, but tonight, well, actually, I guess we could kind of go from, we talked about last week's matchup, where we saw D-Generation X, Big E and Bron Breakker take on the Usos in a losing effort. The Usos picked up a win in tag team action, and when you think about it, that's what should happen. The Usos are a tag team that have been together for years. Then you get a tag team like Big E and Bron Breakker. They're singles competitors. For Big E, yes, he was a part of the New Day, but the tag team was always usually Kofi and Xavier. Big E was always really good as a singles competitor. So now, Big E is going to be able to show us how it's going to be in singles action tonight, because Big E is the former longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in series history. And now we'll see how he fares against main event Jey Uso. And the D-Generation X Bloodline matches are going to be back-to-back tonight. First off, Big E versus Jey Uso. Then Bron Breakker, the man that's meaner than evil, will take on Jimmy Uso. It's going to be a massive, massive night. And we'll see how Jey Uso is going to be able to fare. Both Bloodline and D-Generation X members have been barred from ringside, so no Jimmy for Jay tonight, and no Bron Breakker for Big E, and vice versa, and no Solo Sikoa as well. So we'll see how this is fair, and we're told that if there's any interference from either side, the matchup at SummerSlam will be canceled. So this is going to be a big matchup. This is where, Jey and Jimmy, this is where they got to swim or sink at this very moment. Obviously, mostly tag teams between, obviously, the Usos, so we'll see how they fare in singles action. Referee ringing the bell, and Jey Uso coming right after Big E. Go for a back suplex, but he turns it into a back neck breaker. And, of course, it's time to acknowledge your tribal chief and the Usos there. Big time Samoan drop. Big E struggling at this point right now. Into a spine buster. Jey Uso bringing the heat tonight as we are on the road to SummerSlam. It'll be a very chaotic night. Big matches all over the place. And especially your main event of the evening. It is being announced right now. The former World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns and one of the competitors of that Triple Threat World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam is in action as Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, takes on the visionary, the revolutionary Seth frickin' Rollins in your main event of the evening. Seth Rollins takes on Gunther at SummerSlam, and that rivalry is brewing ever since the build-up to the King of the Ring tournament for the Raw side. Gunther would take out Seth Rollins from the tournament. We would not know the attacker until we got some footage from Seth Rollins showing Gunther basically taking out Seth Rollins. So in the Raw tournament side, it became a triple threat matchup where Gunther, Dolph Ziggler, and Seth Rollins would face each other. Dolph Ziggler would ultimately win that matchup and go to King of the Ring, and we all know how that turned out. But right now, I'm very impressed with how Jey Uso is handling Big E at this moment. Big E has been great as a former Intercontinental Champion, but I think Big E's starting to try and figure himself out, kind of struggling ever since losing that Intercontinental Championship, and ever since he had to go, he snapped. And that was after they lost a 1-on-3 matchup with Bray Wyatt. And that's when Big E would turn on Xavier and Kofi and everything like that. Big time suplex takes down Jey Uso. And I'm surprised Big E would kind of get baited into that, being out to the outside there, but if that's what Big E wants to do, is a power bomb. Oh my goodness. Folding Big E in half. Jey Uso absolutely loving this. This Rosemont crowd just in shock and awe with what they just witnessed. That had some explosiveness to that power bomb, to that barricade. Absolutely crazy. As soon as you get back in the ring, why the heck not go back outside of it? And this is why they're called Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso. They believe so much that Jey Uso could literally, if he were happen to get out of the tag team division with his brother, that he would know how to handle himself pretty good. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Just throwing him up in the air like nothing, but oh no. You have woken a monster inside of Big E, and down goes Jey Uso. This is not good for Jey Uso. The power and strength coming from Big E. Will this be enough? No, strong kick out from Jey Uso. This is where Big E needs to get something right now. Figure out what he needs to, and he might very well do it. Big ending. Will that be enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Big ending to Jey Uso. Jey Uso dominating this matchup for the most part. But ultimately, the big ending from the big man, Big E, was ultimately too much for Jey Uso tonight. Big win for Big E tonight. Let's see if he can carry that momentum into just a couple weeks' time at SummerSlam. Big E's fired up, but we'll see how Bron Breakker will be faring against Jimmy Uso next. Welcome back as we just witnessed Big E defeated Jey Uso. Jey Uso looking really good as a singles competitor in that matchup, but Big E, just too much power came into that ending of that matchup, and Big E walks out with a win via the big ending. But now, you got the man that is meaner than evil, a man that is a rising star in WWE. You got Mr. Bron Breakker. He's looking to spear in half Jimmy Uso tonight. Mr. Bron Breakker, a former NXT champion and a former United Kingdom champion as well. So Bron Breakker knows how to win the big moments, but here on Monday Night Raw, it's a total different atmosphere. You definitely got to grow up very, very fast. And Bron Breakker's going to have that opportunity, especially by learning from D-Generation X, the leader Dolph Ziggler, and then also having the talent of also Big E, and then also behind the scenes of Triple H and Shawn Michaels of D-Generation X. Obviously Shawn, the Raw General Manager, and Triple H, the chairman of the board now, are, keeping a good eye on D-Generation X and just making sure it's running the way that they see fit, but are letting Dolph Ziggler become the leader and run things on the show. But here comes Jimmy Uso, multi-time tag team champions here in the series, had to vacate their tag team championships due to them coming from SmackDown to Raw, but Shawn Michaels did say that the Usos will get a future tag team championship matchup very, very soon. But it looks like the Usos already obviously have a match for SummerSlam, and we'll figure out tonight for SummerSlam for the Raw Tag Team Championships if Alpha Academy will earn their tag team shot tonight. But I think it looks like it's nearly time for us to get this matchup underway. We saw Big E win. Will Bron Breakker show Jimmy Uso what is up? Or will it be a super kick party here? Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Bron Breakker and Jimmy Uso. Big time opportunity for Jimmy Uso to step up the plate in singles action. As certainly himself and Jey Uso, one of the best, if not the best, in tag team history here in the series. Multi-time SmackDown and Raw tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. They have done it all as a team. But would they be good as singles competitors? We'll get that little taste tonight. We just saw Big E defeat Jey Uso. Jey Uso dominated that match for the most part, but Big E hit that big ending, and it was all she wrote. So now it's Jimmy Uso's time to step up to the plate. Can he sink or swim in singles action as that big, powerful Irish whip to the outside here. And now Jimmy going to come back inside the ring, and oh my goodness, absolutely brutal lariat. Very stiff lariat was that. And now Breakker just going to talk some trash. Certainly, he's dominating this match at this very moment. He has every right to talk trash, even if it's not worth it. And now Breakker going to go for a power bomb or power slam of some sort, but Jimmy Uso able to slip out of it and now going to keep up the momentum. If I'm Jimmy, keep down Bron Breakker. Keep his behind on the mat. As I'll look at this Samoan drop. I know Jimmy, he's been around this wrestling world for a very long time, so he's probably not going to listen to what my critiques are, but when you face off with a dangerous man like Bron Breakker, you got to be so careful. It'd be very interesting to see when exactly the Usos get their Raw Tag Team Championship opportunity, because like we said, we have heard from Shawn Michaels. He's telling them that they're going to get a future Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. My question is, do the Usos get to pick and choose when exactly they want to have the Raw Tag Team Championship matchup? Or if the Raw General Manager, Shawn Michaels, is like, okay, hey, this is the perfect time, I'm going to place you into this. As a big running choke slam to Jimmy Uso, pardon me. Oh, wait a minute. Bron Breakker. Oh my goodness. Flying shoulder block, turning Mr. Jimmy Uso inside out. And now this was where this matchup is going to start favoring Bron Breakker right now. At least you would think so. It's just how brutal he can be. Back inside the ring, he realizes he needs to finish this inside this ring, and Bron gonna take his time to get back inside. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Single arm, or single leg submission with the arm. Bron Breakker, he's gonna try and stretch for that bottom rope, or Bron Breakker may very well have to tap out. But no, Bron Breakker not gonna go out that easy. Oh, big shoulder tackle. I thought maybe for a minute he was gonna launch him with a spear. And now here comes Breakker. Oh, but a jumping clothesline takes down Breakker. And now we got ourselves a even ball game between both men. Oh, and a spear. Oh my goodness. Turning Jimmy Uso inside out. And he's just telling this crowd here in Rosemont that he snapped his back, his ribs. It does not matter. Breakker absolutely destroying Jimmy Uso there with a explosive spear. But Bron, you gotta bring him inside the ring if you want to win this matchup. I guess you could win via countout if you really want to. And now gonna toss him back inside the ring. Bron Breakker just moments away from a possible victory. You gotta think. What is Bron Breakker thinking? He's trying to inflict some more damage, as much damage as he can here. Uh-oh. Samoan drop. Beautiful Samoan drop there from Jimmy. Can he steal a victory here? Will this be enough? No. Strong kick out from Bron. Jimmy Uso needs to inflict some more damage right now. He was eating a lot of damage there at ringside, especially that spear that Bron did. At least absolutely speared him in half. Be a perfect opportunity for Jimmy to get something going. Continue up this little momentum that he has at this very moment. And just keep him in the corner, but Bron, big reversal, that stomp to the midsection. And just like that, Bron changes up the momentum. And, military press. Can he finish it? Military press slam. Making it look oh so easy. And now Bron, presumably you gotta believe he's gonna go for the pinfall. And yes, he is. That's a veteran maneuver there from Bron. Does it get him the win? Yes, it does. Big win for Bron Breakker in singles action. The Usos can get it done in tag team action, but Bron and Big E get it done in singles action tonight. Jimmy and Jey are down and out. Bron and Big E certainly really good when it comes to singles action. We'll see how they fare in a tag team matchup coming up at Summerslam, where it's a 2-on-3 handicap matchup. Bron and Big E take on the Usos and Solo Sikoa. Massive win for Bron Breakker tonight over Jimmy Uso. Massive, massive win. You recognize this table, Seth? You certainly should, because this is the table I powerbombed you with the month of the King of the Ring. And you keep bringing up that I attacked you and I took you out. Get over it, Seth. It is my time to shine now. And I'm certainly going to show you why, while I am the Ring General at SummerSlam. That ring is very, very sacred, and you ruin it every single week that you come in that ring. Yes, you ponder to this crowd every single week. They cheer you on. But how's it going to be at SummerSlam there in Nashville, Tennessee, when you let them all down after I powerbomb you and pin you 1, 2, 3? Seth, you better enjoy your main event matchup tonight against Roman Reigns, because once that's over and done with, you're going to have to worry about me. And I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that matchup. And you better have eyes behind your head, because once that match is over and done with, you might very well see this lovely face powerbombing you straight through that sacred ring. Big words there from the Ring General, Gunther. As Gunther will be taking on Seth Rollins in just 2 weeks' time, live at the Summerslam pay-per-view. They're live in Nashville, Tennessee. It's going to be a big night there. And we also might have a big-time tag team matchup coming your way there as well. Because the OC, if they lose tonight against Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, we'll get a Raw Tag Team Championship matchup live there at SummerSlam. If they happen to lose, I don't know how this is going to fare. But also, there at SummerSlam, it is going to be an Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. He'll be taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles there at SummerSlam as well. And big time dream match there, ladies and gentlemen. First time ever here in series history, and we're going to see it at the hottest night of the summer. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles in a wrestling ring there live at SummerSlam. And for this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle and AJ Styles have been barred from ringside, so no outside interference will cause this matchup to go in a weary direction. We're going to get a straight up pinfall or submission victory tonight. And there is the OC, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since coming back after a little bit of a hiatus, they have been very, very dominant and certainly are going to be on top of their game, but they're going to have to be on top of their game even more tonight because they take on Alpha Academy. Obviously, Chad Gable and Otis want to continue their streak, and with having Kurt Angle by their side, certainly we'll see how that's going to fare. And we still haven't heard from Chad Gable and Otis about how they kind of are with the recent actions of Kurt Angle attacking AJ Styles a couple weeks ago. So, maybe that means they don't need to say anything, but I feel like they would definitely say something if they didn't really believe on what Kurt Angle was saying. But we are focused on this big time tag team matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Alpha Academy pick up a massive win over the Raw Tag Team Champions? We'll find out tonight. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Chad Gable and the Big LG, Luke Gallows. And you guys are probably wondering, how did Alpha Academy earn this opportunity against Gallows and Anderson? Well, recently that big six-man tag between Alpha Academy and Kurt Angle taking on the OC and AJ Styles. Alpha Academy and Kurt Angle picked up the win. So Shawn Michaels has deemed this tag team match essentially a winner. If Alpha Academy wins, that they'll be able to get the Raw Tag Team Championship matchup coming up there at SummerSlam. Basically a win and you're in situation. As Chad Gable with an STO takes down the Big LG, as now here comes the big man Otis. How is Otis going to fare against Luke Gallows? Oh, we found our answer there. Otis is not backing down. Otis has come so far from the days of heavy machinery with himself and Tucker. Chad Gable realizing how good Otis was once Otis and Tucker were no longer a team. Otis was picked up by Chad Gable into cruise control at that one time, and eventually Chad Gable and Otis would get away from Apollo Crews and Buddy Murphy at that time. And ever since then they've kind of gone. They've looked pretty good as a team so far, but they're missing that one thing. And adding Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, you got to think that very well could be that one thing. But what did Kurt Angle really need to do? What he did to AJ Styles to do that exactly? And now Otis, he's going for that spinning elbow strike, but he missed. But he's not missing out right here though. Big time slap, and now Otis wrenching in on that left knee, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brutal. That left knee is not going to be feeling too good. There we go, Irish whip off the ropes. But Otis a little bit slow and trying to grab Carl Anderson there. Otis and Chad Gable need to be on the same page tonight, and they need to be 100% concerned of what the OC can bring to the table. As both Gallows and Otis thinking about the same thing. Luckily, they didn't collide with their big heads there. And look at Gallows. Oh, look at this. Absolutely brutal, dropping Otis right on that top rope. Pinfall opportunity, but no. Big kick out there from Otis. As ladies and gentlemen, we still have a lot to come for you tonight. We have Carmella versus Zelina Vega coming up next. We saw last week it was supposed to be a tag team match. It was scheduled to be Carmella and Zelina Vega taking on Trish and Lita, if I do remember correctly. And while they were waiting for the women's tag team champions to come out, Carmella would super kick Zelina Vega and absolutely just dismantle her. So now we got ourselves a one-on-one contest, and I'd love to hear from Carmella on exactly why she did what she did to Zelina Vega, because they are multi-time women's tag team champions, and I just would love to know what exactly the mindset of Carmella was. So unless she says something after this matchup, before her actual matchup, then, you know, I don't think we're going to get it, at least at this very moment. Carl Anderson, big elbows to the midsection, trying to slow down Otis at all costs, trying to slow down the big man as much as he can. That's what you got to kind of do, just attack the ribs, anything that you can. Again, Otis trying to get to the corner, probably try to set up a tag, but Anderson is not going to allow that. Catches the big man, but oh, brutal forearm striking Otis. Big clubbing blows, both teams going at it here. An absolute shoot fest, and now Otis runs right into Carl Anderson. And that's exactly what Otis wanted to do. But then a brutal elbow to the chest, trying to just cave it in, honestly. And now into the corner we go. Can the big man Otis, yes, he's going to get a tag. Uh-oh, big splash. And now, oh, look at this. Big time maneuver from Chad Gable and Otis. Will that get them a championship matchup at SummerSlam? No, not yet. Luke Gallows saves the day. And look at Chad Gable right in the face of Luke Gallows saying, why don't you come back in here and do that? Trying to get this Rosemont crowd behind him. I don't know if Kurt Angle will like that, but, you know, Chad Gable going to do everything in his power to get themselves a Raw Tag Team Championship matchup at SummerSlam. They're just so close, but they got to continue to bring the fight to the OC tonight. Kurt Angle and AJ Styles are barred from ringside. Oh, and then look at Otis trying to inflict some damage to the big LG, and now Anderson. Going to try and bring down the momentum of Otis at that very moment. Machine Gun Carl Anderson looking at this crowd saying, this is really what this man's bringing to the table. Uh-oh. Spinning power slam possibly? Brutal power slam there from Otis. And now here comes Chad Gable. Ooh, nice running shoulder tackle. Turns Anderson inside out. It's exactly what Chad Gable needs to put away Carl Anderson here. Uh-oh. Looking for a submission hold possibly? No. Oh my goodness. Gonna set up a possible submission hold here if he continues to work on that left knee. Again, Carl Anderson not gonna allow Chad Gable to bring him to his corner there. Ooh, big, massive uppercut. I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind having the Alpha Academy take on Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Pinfall opportunity, though. Too strong kick out from Gable. I certainly think it would be a very athletic, barn burner tag team matchup. And, you know, it could definitely end at SummerSlam or it could definitely continue. You just don't know. Both teams very athletic. Alpha Academy very underrated as, uh-oh, look at that flapjack maneuver. Takes down Chad Gable. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? 2. Chad Gable able to kick out. Otis may have been able to break it up if he really wanted to at the last second, but he did not. And now Anderson, 2-on-1 at this very moment. OC going to take some time to celebrate. They feel like they are just moments away from putting away the Alpha Academy. Imagine if we get a massive win from the OC, what exactly it would look like for the tag team division. A unstoppable OC who would very well be next in line for those Raw Tag Team Championships. Into the corner we go. Uh-oh. Let's see what Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows have on their mind. Big old double back body drop. Absolutely throwing him up in the air. Trying to sweep the crowd. Chad Gable getting a big time tag. And now, oh my goodness, he eats a cutter out of nowhere. Is that enough? 2. No, Otis is able to kick out just at 2.5. But I believe Otis got busted wide open. Carl Anderson telling him to bring his rear end over here. But he'll do some more damages. Look at that cut. That cut is just flowing on the left side of Otis's face there. Absolutely brutal. That is a serious cut there. Seriously might need to look into that. And now a power slam maneuver. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is not good for Anderson. Otis, oh my goodness, right to the ribs. Oh my goodness. Oh, going for the headbutt, but he certainly didn't need to do that. And now Anderson might be able to get himself back in this matchup. I think Otis, if I'm Otis, go for that pinfall and see if you can pick up a massive win there. But Otis had some different thinking, and now Gable going to get tagged in the ring. Now we got Luke Gallows and Chad Gable here. STO reversal. Chad Gable's moment here. He certainly had some big moments in his career, especially with the likes of Survivor Series. I believe he helped, was it Team Raw at the time? Or I think it was Team SmackDown actually, come back from a 2-on-1 deficit in that massive Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series matchup. And he's had some big matches with Big E when Big E was the Intercontinental Champion. So Chad Gable certainly had some big moments here in the series. As Chad Gable, can he do it to the big man? Yes, he does. Absolutely stunning. What a maneuver. What a suplex to the big man. And Carl Anderson right there to break it up. What a stunning suplex just to be able to pick up the massive Luke Gallows like that. Oh, is he going to go for a second one? Oh, no. Can he do it a second time? It's not easy to do it the first time, and he does it. Holy crap. And now, pinfall opportunity again off the second one. Is this enough? 2, 3 it is. Anderson doesn't break it up. And now we get ourselves an official Raw Tag Team Championship matchup for SummerSlam. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. The OC takes on Alpha Academy for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Holy cow. It is going to be a hell of a matchup. It was a great matchup tonight, and now we are going to see it live at SummerSlam. Otis, you could definitely tell that cut really getting to him, but Chad Gable digging down deep, multiple suplexes, making that look oh so easy. Sorry to interrupt you, Alpha Academy. Massive win, Chad Gable and Otis, and you guys certainly will be challenging the OC, but it is not going to be a normal tag team matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, I am making it a triple threat tag team championship match for those Raw Tag Team Championships. I had another tag team come to my office today and address the Raw Tag Team Championships, and they made a lot of valid points. So that is now becoming a triple threat matchup. The OC will defend against Alpha Academy and Imperium. Good luck, the OC, because you guys are going to need it. And good luck, Alpha Academy. The numbers are not in your favor. Wow, massive news, ladies and gentlemen, from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels coming up there announcing on the ramp that it is not just going to be a normal tag team matchup. He's officially making it a triple threat matchup where it will be the OC defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against Alpha Academy as well as Imperium. And my question is from Shawn Michaels is, what exactly points did Imperium say to him? Because he said that Imperium made some big points, or some good points. So, but nonetheless, we shift gears now to some women's action, ladies and gentlemen, as Carmella makes her way down into the ring, recently turning her back on Zelina Vega. That's why we're getting on Zelina Vega taking on Carmella. Big question is, why exactly would Carmella just throw that out the window, this tag team for Monday Night Raw? It absolutely sucks to see that happen, but, Carmella, seems like she's an egomaniac, and it's all about her. She always says that Carmella is money, Mella is money. So maybe Carmella is ready to get back and start challenging for that Raw Women's Championship, which is now the Women's World Championship here on Monday Night Raw. As now here comes Zelina Vega out to the ring. And oh, do you notice we got the LWO shirt on there from Zelina Vega. Now, big question is there for Zelina Vega now. Is she just wearing that to support the LWO? Is there a little bit more to that? Big question there, but now for Zelina Vega, or as what she likes to call herself, Queen Zelina Vega, we'll see how this is going to fare for Zelina Vega, how she's going to fare in singles action. And if she's actually part of the LWO, this could actually be perfect for her, honestly. There's a lot of big superstars in the LWO, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and the rest of the LWO, Hakeem Wilde and Mr. Cruz del Toro. So adding a little bit of some women's taste to that as well, that certainly could be absolutely massive. But let's go ahead and see how this is going to fare. Carmella versus Zelina Vega. Here we go. Bell has been rung. Let's see whose bell is going to get rung in this matchup. And when you have Zelina Vega transition from being a manager for the most part, when she was a manager of Andrade Cien Almas, those early years, and then Zelina Vega starts wrestling, and she has shown tremendous improvement and adds quality to this division. She's going to have to step up to the plate, and we'll see how it's going to fare, especially facing off with a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a multi-time SmackDown Women's Champion. So Carmella, she's not going to make it easy on Zelina Vega, and I absolutely like the partnership that they had, but, Carmella seemed like she was ready to just throw that out the window. Oh, Zelina Vega trying to go for that kind of a tripping maneuver, but Carmella saw that and was able to stop it real quick like. And oh no, wrenching that left arm on that rope, that is not going to be feeling too good. Oh, then Carmella showing Zelina Vega, and just absolutely disrespectful there from Carmella. I was saying Carmella at least showing her how to do the maneuver, but Carmella just running through Zelina Vega. A little bit of a rope break, but it seemed like Carmella would just love to inflict some more damage to Zelina Vega anyway. As now, Carmella, does she even need to do this? Yes, she does. Halfway across the ring. Referee right there, but another rope break. For the short legs of Zelina Vega, certainly reaching pretty far there. And now, oh my goodness, that kick seemed like it was very personal there. Carmella just eating up this match, and Zelina Vega just cannot get anything going as a suicide dive. And look at Zelina Vega. Moves out the way. This is an opportunity for her to capitalize. Can she actually do it? Code breaker, double knees. Little by little, that's all Zelina Vega needs to do at this point. As a Hurricane Rana, there you go, Zelina. get yourself back in this matchup and continue going back to the well. As ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive night still in store for you guys. We've got the 2 #1 contenders matches, one for the United States Championship. We got Carmelo Hayes and Rey Mysterio going at it. Winner faces Austin Theory for his U.S. Championship at Summerslam. And then you get the other matchup, Trick Williams taking on Santos Escobar. The winner will take on Bronson Reed for his United Kingdom Championship live at SummerSlam. Zelina Vega trying to get the crowd here in Rosemont, Illinois to get behind her. Zelina Vega starting to figure out how to get past Carmella at this point. Can she do it? Oh, Jawbreaker though stuns the momentum here briefly, but oh, there you go. Spinning heel kick. That will definitely help her out. Also, big time main event. Seth frickin' Rollins takes on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns in your main event of the evening. As Queen Zelina Vega, big time head scissors DDT, takes down Carmella. Will that be enough? 2. No, strong kick out. And if you guys remember last week, Roman Reigns ran through Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, sending them a message for their World Heavyweight Championship coming up in just a couple weeks' time live at SummerSlam. The Princess of Staten Island looking to make her tap out, but the rope break again. Like I keep mentioning, for the small legs of Zelina Vega, she is certainly able to connect with this as, the moonwalking, trash-talking DDT. And that certainly will be a nonchalant cover. 2. No, she kicked out. That's why you cannot count out Zelina Vega. As now Carmelo again going high risk. Frog splash, but she misses. And now, oh my goodness, a running punt to the face. She might have a broken nose after that as a senton to the ribs. Can Zelina pull off a massive win over a former world champion? She might very well be able to do it. Is it Zelina Vega's moment? Referee at a 2. No, strong kick out. Strong kick out at 2 from Carmella. And this is where Zelina has to capitalize right now. Give Carmella too many more opportunities, and this very well could be game over. Carmella going for a slap. Gonna get hit with a springboard. Moonsault takes down Carmella here briefly. Zelina Vega being very cocky at the moment with that kiss to the, or sending her a kiss by blowing her. And now, Zelina Vega. Oh, beautiful maneuver. She might be able to steal victory here. 1, 2, 3, and she dies. Zelina Vega. Massive win over Carmella tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Holy crap. A massive win. Definitely, I would consider an upset with just the World Championships that Carmella has won. Multi-time Women's Tag Team Champion. Zelina Vega gets the job done tonight on Monday Night Raw, but I have a feeling this may not be over just yet. There is Cameron Grimes. Looks like he's just working out here. And oh, wait a minute. That's JD McDonough. JD McDonough. Seems like both men happen to be working out. JD McDonough probably stalking his prey. And now McDonough going to send a message to Cameron Grimes here. Absolutely brutal beatdown here in the gym here of the arena. JD McDonough did not like that Grimes beat him and basically humiliated him a couple weeks ago. And now, oh, look at that. Brutal stomp to the midsection. JD McDonough is not playing around, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to make this look too easy whatsoever. Referee's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's out of this gym. And again, McDonough laying waste here to Cameron Grimes here in the gym. Well, it seems like the JD McDonough Cameron Grimes situation is still going to be an ongoing situation. But now we are focused on some tag team division and a team that has reunited. That being DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Going to take on the team of Miz and Logan Paul. Miz and Logan Paul kind of having some trouble as a tag team so far. Miz and Logan Paul certainly would have thought, and this would have gone a lot better as a tag team. Miz taking Logan Paul under his wing, but is certainly not working out in their favor just yet. But hey, tag teams do take some time to start working together and start gelling as a team. Obviously, Logan Paul is a social media megastar in his own right. Certainly has his bottles of Prime and everything like that. Big presence on YouTube as well. So it's a whole different ball game between Miz and Logan Paul. But we'll see if Miz can start getting that ball rolling here against the team of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa of the DIY way. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell. A massive family they do have. Recently, Tommaso Ciampa was in action, in singles action, and picked up a win. We'll see how that is going to fare, though, tonight in a tag team matchup. As there's Johnny Gargano, absolutely happy to see him back with, obviously, Tommaso Ciampa there. We'll see how it's gonna fare, though. And the first matchup back for Tommaso Ciampa, he actually defeated The Miz. So how convenient is it going to be if DIY can pick up a win over the A-listers here tonight? Obviously, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano want to, have a strong showing tonight, get a win, and then get themselves, start get the camaraderie back between each other, and then maybe, just maybe, they could become tag team champions here on Raw. But as you can tell, the Raw tag team division is getting very stacked. Referee rings the bell. We got Tommaso Ciampa and Logan Paul kicking us off here. Tommaso Ciampa, former NXT champion in his own right, former Intercontinental champion as well. So Tommaso Ciampa's done all sorts of things in his illustrious career, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, turning his back on Johnny Gargano 4 to 5 years ago there in NXT, going his own routes. No one will survive was certainly a mantra that, Tommaso Ciampa lived by. He only cared about himself, and at that time, that NXT Championship Goldie, and then certainly the Intercontinental Championship that he had. He had multiple opportunities at that Universal Championship in Roman Reigns, but it just wasn't Tommaso Ciampa's moment at that time. And now Ciampa, brutal slam there to Logan Paul. This is a whole different Paul game here for Logan Paul as well. You're facing a very vicious Tommaso Ciampa. Let's look at Logan Paul trying to get a little cocky with Ciampa, and Ciampa's like, you can shut that shit down real quick. Ciampa trying to get this crowd behind him, as now here comes the A-lister, the Miz. Big time clothesline into the corner. Let's see what Tommaso Ciampa can do to the A-lister here. As Logan Paul getting involved. Probably not the best idea to do it to Tommaso Ciampa, and Ciampa is gonna make him pay. Oh my goodness. Brutal DDT, and that's gonna get the tag team partner Miz to make his way down to the ring as well. And Tommaso Ciampa is calling this opportunity, moving from SmackDown to Raw, a lease on life, a fresh update to himself. A new location, new everything. Ciampa believes this is a new change that he needed. It's a big drop kick to that right knee. Ciampa's knees aren't always the best here. Certainly wore knee braces multiple times. Wait a minute, Ciampa gonna look to get a tag, and yes, here comes Johnny Gargano, former WWE Champion, would lose it at WrestleMania to Adam Cole, who would win the Royal Rumble last year. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. Strong kick out. And for both of our Rumbles, Batista, the first ever Royal Rumble winner, and Adam Cole winning the second ever. So anything is possible. As look at Gargano. Oh, Gargano gets hit with a massive reversal. And look at Miz. Oh, look at this. Showing Gargano how big his you-know-whats are. His big, massive balls. And now, looking for a neck breaker right there on Miz. How big are your cojones now, Miz? After getting dropped on your neck. As in the corner we go. It's Gargano thinking, just going to try to slow down the match and maybe work enough damage on that left arm to maybe get a submission hold. You never know. As look at this submission hold here. Just stretching out Miz. How you don't want to be stretched at all. Gargano bringing that big fight to Miz here. Big super kick to the back of the neck, ladies and gentlemen. As here we go. Logan Paul going to look to get himself another opportunity. Maybe try to turn things around. Logan Paul, though, I mean, to his credit, he's helped out Miz in singles matches, especially when Miz defeated Kevin Owens in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament here on Monday Night Raw. Very well, was very close to The Miz defeating Dolph Ziggler, but that's when we saw Bron Breakker make his Degeneration X kind of initiation, you could say, helping out Dolph Ziggler at that time. Only reason you could say that Miz isn't going to the finals of the Raw tournament. So you definitely can't say that Miz hasn't been certainly close in big situations. It's a big time elbow, takes down Gargano. And imagine if the A-listers win tonight, how we will never hear the end of it. Big time DDT once again. Logan Paul eating a lot of damage though in this matchup. And if I'm Logan, I'm gonna get a tag to Miz here. Yes, you're picking and choosing when you want to be in this matchup, but I would definitely tag in Miz and let him go to work on Gargano and Ciampa if you can. I'll go for that clothesline. Gargano ducked out of the way. Can he capitalize? Uh-oh, Gargano, big time maneuver. The Gargano walker there. And now just going to try and work on that head and neck area. Can Miz get himself back in this matchup? Big punch to the kidneys there. And now here comes Miz. Uh-oh, this is vintage Miz, ladies and gentlemen. Going for that DDT. Spiking Gargano right on his face. Gargano looking to get that hot tag to Ciampa. And he does. Can Ciampa put away Miz here? Big opportunities, so haymakers and the kicks. You do not want to get in a striking battle with a man like Tommaso Ciampa. Brutal suplex. I'm surprised that's not a rope break. As Logan Paul able to connect to Tommaso Ciampa, and that actually might give Miz some time to get himself back in this matchup. As, oh, maybe not. Oh my goodness. Brutal backstabber. Now Ciampa, Miz going to work with the strikes. I think it's pure adrenaline for Miz right now, because a normal man who takes a backbreaker, especially from Tommaso Ciampa, don't really stay in the matchup too long. That was an impressive neck breaker there from Logan Paul. Wait a minute. What does Logan Paul have in store for Ciampa? Uh-oh. No way! No way! He just stole the fairy tale ending from Tommaso Ciampa, but Ciampa kicks out. Imagine if Logan Paul would have done that to Ciampa. That would have not settled right with anybody, as Ciampa rolls out of the ring as a devastating punch has cut open Tommaso Ciampa. And now the A-listers have the momentum. Gargano's down and out. Ciampa's recovering. It won't take too much to put away a man like Ciampa and Gargano at this moment, you gotta think. And now Ciampa, what's he thinking about doing here? Maybe throw him to the outside, do some damage there. Oh, vintage Ciampa with that DDT, spiking him on the head and neck area. Will that be enough? Ciampa looking to steal a victory here with the legs on the rope, but Logan Paul broke it up anyway. Ciampa going high risk, high reward, big elbow to the lower back. Ciampa's all fired up. Look at that crimson mask there from Tommaso. Oh, this ain't gonna be good for Miz. Brutal knee strike to the temple. I'm surprised he's not having a broken nose or anything, as now here comes Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano making his way into the ring. And now he's going to go high risk. Does he really need to do this? Look at Logan Paul. He's so close, and he's going to make Gargano pay. Gargano got to definitely realize in that moment about that situation with Paul. Big skull-crushing finale from Miz. Is this enough? No, Ciampa right there saving the day for Johnny Wrestling. Maybe in the old days Gargano would not have been saved there, but at this very time he is being saved. Going for that clothesline. Gargano trying to fire himself up here. This is the opportunity for Gargano. Much needed time here to showcase to the A-listers and all these other tag teams here on Monday Night Raw what exactly is up. Gargano trying to decide what he wants to do at this very time. Logan Paul, for a social media type of man, he's certainly done quite well when we've seen him in the middle of this ring. Fireman's carry takedown. And we still have plenty more matches for you tonight, especially the main event of the evening. Hold on to that thought. Gargano locked to Logan Paul. Paul might have to tap out here, but Miz right there to break it up. But a massive main event. Seth Rollins takes on Roman Reigns. Two former Shield members going at it in your main event tonight. We have not seen them wrestle in years, honestly. And then also the two #1 contenders matches. You got Carmelo Hayes versus Rey Mysterio. Winner takes on Austin Theory at SummerSlam. Trick Williams versus Mr. Santos Escobar. The winner of that takes on Bronson Reed for the WWE United Kingdom Championship at SummerSlam. It's going to be a massive night still to come. Big haymaker there from Logan Paul. Stunning. Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. Skull-crushing finale. Learning from his mentor, The Miz. Is this enough? Can they steal one? Two. Oh, Gargano going the long way around to break up that pinfall attempt. Very lucky that he was able to actually break it up. Big haymaker there from Logan Paul, just back and forth. And now Ciampa, can he do something about it here? Go with a big-time strong back suplex. And now Miz and Gargano going at it here. Ciampa going to try and get Miz out of here, and he does. He makes it a singles one-on-one matchup here. Can Ciampa capitalize? It's a perfect opportunity for Tommaso here. Uh-oh. Exploder suplex. That's certainly going to help you out. Ciampa could be moments away from putting away Logan Paul. This is how Ciampa does it. Fairy tale ending from Ciampa. Is this it? 2, 3. DIY pick up a massive win in the tag team division. Holy cow, what a match. Miz and Logan Paul were just so dang close, but ultimately a fairy tale ending. Gets the DIY way the win tonight. Gargano, Ciampa showing you guys exactly why they are former NXT Tag Team Champions back in the day. Massive win and a massive addition to the tag team division with the DIY way. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and now it is time for your #1 contenders matchup. First of two #1 contender matches of the night. Carmelo Hayes, the man who likes to call himself him, which essentially he believes he's the top guy on whatever roster he's a part of. And you can obviously notice that Trick Williams is not at ringside with him because, once again, this matchup has big implications, and Shawn Michaels wants the managers not to be at ringside, so he is barring them from ringside. So tonight, Carmelo Hayes and Rey Mysterio go one-on-one, and Trick Williams will be taking on Santos Escobar one-on-one. No people at ringside. So this will be Carmelo Hayes' moment. Can he pick up a massive win in his young career over the legendary Rey Mysterio, who is a WWE Hall of Famer? Carmelo Hayes has definitely had some big wins in his career, but can he add Rey Mysterio to it? And certainly for Carmelo, I gotta believe for Carmelo Hayes, this is gonna be a dream match for him. It's gonna be a dream match for any superstar that takes on a man like Rey Mysterio. You just don't know how many more, matches in Rey Mysterio's career that he's gonna have left in him. He could have, a couple more years worth, maybe just a year's worth, maybe half a year. You just don't know. So you gotta enjoy the time you have with these superstars. And certainly one of the best to ever do it, former United States champion, and also one of the longest reigning cruiserweight champions here in series history, only second behind Cedric Alexander. But it is time to get this number one contenders matchup underway here. Who is going on to face Austin Theory for that United States Championship, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be Rey Mysterio? Will it be Carmelo Hayes? We are just mere moments from finding out. And the reason these matchups are happening tonight is because last week we had the LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Santos Escobar take on the team of Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, and Theory and Bronson Reed got the job done. Because Theory is the one that put it out there for Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, saying, hey, if you win this tag team matchup, you know what? You'll get championship opportunities at Summerslam. But Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, how they are, they able to showcase how damn good they are and defeated the LWO. And then also later on the night, Grayson Waller would go on to face Carmelo Hayes in a back and forth matchup. Carmelo Hayes would ultimately defeat Grayson Waller, but Austin Theory and Bronson Reed would beat down Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And obviously, we would love to see the United States Championship and the WWE United Kingdom Championship on the line. So Shawn Michaels made it to where, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, making everyone's life a living hell. He's going to make sure that those guys that he's been interfering with and attacking are going to get their opportunity at a possible championship match. Because now what's Rey Mysterio thinking? I think maybe might have tried to go for a possible springboard maneuver, but realizing he was a little bit too close to Carmelo Hayes at that time. And this is definitely going to be a high-flying matchup. Expect a lot of back and forth here. It's Carmelo Hayes doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring, taking some time, trying to recuperate. As look at a suicide dive, turns it into a DDT, spiking Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo may very well not know where he's at right now, because Rey Mysterio bringing his A game at this very moment. And now, oh wait a minute, Carmelo Hayes will go for a DDT. Rey Mysterio trying to fight out of it, and he does. Big time kick or punches to the ribs will certainly help you out there. As Rey Mysterio getting tossed right into that apron, and now Carmelo Hayes, what he was trying to do earlier, and connects with a brutal DDT. Now both men need to get themselves back in the ring though, so we avoid a countout. So last thing we want to see here. Oh, big time head scissors. Oh, both men back up to their feet. Head scissors there from Rey Mysterio. I believe it sounds like the referee has restarted his account. Looks like it was at a 9, but realizing how close this matchup has been, he's gonna let these two men continue here with restarting it, but hopefully both of these men end up getting back inside this ring. It's been a good back and forth matchup. Honestly, I think both these men would be great additions to trying to take on Austin Theory. Especially at SummerSlam, the hottest night of the summer, biggest night of the summer, that being for the United States Championship. So Carmelo trying to go back after Rey Mysterio. As Rey Mysterio back inside the ring, referee was already very lenient, letting both these men kind of stop at the 9 count and just restart it. As, oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. What a vicious neck breaker. Rey Mysterio is certainly going to be feeling that one at the end of the night. Be a perfect opportunity for Carmelo Hayes to really solidify himself as the guy here on Monday Night Raw, picking up a massive win over Rey Mysterio. But he's going to have to stay on Rey. Rey has been around this wrestling ring, around so many of these superstars for years and years, so it's one of those times where you gotta step up at the plate. There's a big elbow, misses. Rey Mysterio now. Can he capitalize? Uh-oh. Mysterio now. Oh, off the top rope, vintage Rey Mysterio. Carmelo Hayes is in trouble. It's been a heck of a back and forth matchup. Rey telling him to get up to his feet. Carmelo Hayes has, and he's going to make him pay with a brutal DDT, man. And he's staying on him, too. This match is starting to pick up right now. And that is what Carmelo Hayes wants right now. Pick up the pace, change up the trajectory of this matchup. But now Rey going to hit him with that Irish whip, and then the brutal DDT, spiking him on his head as well. A lot of back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, we got Trick Williams versus Santos Escobar. Winner takes on Bronson Reed at SummerSlam. Very curious to see how that's going to fare as a big clothesline takes down Carmelo Hayes. And Rey Mysterio, the legend, coming right after Carmelo Hayes. Not going to let him get a breather whatsoever. Carmelo Hayes coming right back in the ring. Springboard crossbody takes down Carmelo as well. A lot of back and forth. This matchup is bringing it all tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rey Mysterio has him in position. 6, 1, 9. And now Rey looking to put the final pieces on it. Frog splash. Is this it? Oh, there's a rope break. Should have kept both the legs up. But now Carmelo Hayes has a last-ditch effort to get himself back in the matchup. But Rey Mysterio just been way too much. And no, suicide dive. Carmelo Hayes was trying to take some time to recuperate and was kind of getting pissed off at the crowd, or you got to believe, or just getting frustrated with himself. And Rey Mysterio, the veteran that he's doing, realizing frustration is brewing for Carmelo, coming right after it. Uh-oh. Are we about to see the three amigos at ringside here? Looking for the trifecta. Can he hit it? Yes, he does. The three amigos to the outside. To the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Absolutely love seeing it every single time. As again, we are outside the ring. Both men need to get themselves back inside the ring if they plan on advancing to get that championship opportunity at SummerSlam. Oh, brutal super kick there from Carmelo. Don't want to take too many of those. And now going to connect with the Uranagi. We've seen plenty of those over the years from multiple superstars. Carmelo Hayes going to get himself back in the ring. And now Rey, at the very last second, gets back in the ring, avoiding a countout. Second time in this matchup where we've avoided a countout. Jumping kick to the face of Rey. Mysterio's in trouble now. And this is right where Carmelo Hayes wants to be right now. In control of the WWE Hall of Famer. And just dissecting the ribs, why not the lower back as well. Inflict as much damage as he needs as Mysterio with a strong kick out at 2.5. You got to think this matchup would be a whole lot different if you had, people at ringside, Santos Escobar or even Trick Williams for Carmelo Hayes, I love what Shawn Michaels did, banning managers from ringside on these big time matches. So it doesn't take into account of massive decisions. This is, oh my goodness, what a cutter there from Carmelo Hayes. Is that enough? 2. No! Mysterio kicks out, and Carmelo Hayes cannot believe it. How much more can Rey Mysterio take here? Uh-oh, Carmelo. Oh no, Rey Mysterio! Perfect counter there from Rey. He's already hit a 619 once. Does he try to go to the well one more time? No, big reversal from Carmelo Hayes. Look at Carmelo Hayes. He's saying he is him. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. These guys putting it all on the line here. Pouring their heart out. And now Carmelo again. He did it earlier on. Will this be enough this time? 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes is going to SummerSlam. And it is official. Carmelo Hayes, Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Look at this. Brutal. Almost like a swinging cutter of sorts. Whatever it is, very effective. And Carmelo Hayes will get his first ever appearance at SummerSlam. And it will be for the United States Championship, ladies and gentlemen. 2 young guys, the biggest lights of the summer. We love to see it as we get ready for the next one. That matchup was really, really good. And we'll see Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory there at SummerSlam. Let's see how this next matchup fares, ladies and gentlemen, as Trick Williams will be taking on Santos Escobar. We've seen Trick Williams pick up a massive win here on Monday Night Raw in his debut against Grayson Waller. We'll see how Trick Williams faces against Santos Escobar, a man that has been picking up big marquee matches over big men. One being Bronson Reed, one being Omos. So Santos Escobar certainly knows how to pick up big wins over big guys. And you know, Trick Williams a little bit taller of a superstar, not as tall as Omos, but just in the terms of, you know, this guy's tall, lengthy. It's gonna be a whole different ball game. We'll see how it fares tonight. We'll see how Trick Williams fares. We could see both Trick and Carmelo Hayes there at SummerSlam possibly, but you know, you got to think that Trick Williams is going to be very, very underestimated in this matchup. I'm not saying Santos Escobar is going to underestimate him, but you got a man that's like Santos Escobar that's just so damn good in the middle of that ring that you don't really expect him to necessarily lose. But anything is possible. As there is Santos Escobar, a man part of the LWO. Rey Mysterio, the leader, leading Santos, Hakeem Wilde, and Cruz del Toro into the future. We'll see how LWO will be faring. We saw Rey Mysterio lose just moments ago to Carmelo, but it was a good back and forth matchup, a heated matchup, multiple matches, you know, just one of those matches where it could have gone either way, but Carmelo Hayes dug down deep and got the biggest win of his career. And that's saying something, but because Carmelo Hayes won the NXT Championship there in NXT. So we'll see if Carmelo Hayes becomes the newest United States Champion and knock off Austin Theory. And if Santos can beat Trick Williams tonight, Escobar already has defeated Bronson Reed in a one-on-one contest, and that was for the non-title matchup. So you got to think Santos Escobar would go in as a favorite as a non-champion in that match. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Trick Williams and Santos Escobar live here. Can Trick Williams pick up a massive win tonight and get himself into SummerSlam? As Trick Williams kind of being a little too cocky in this matchup. You would think with literally being in this matchup, you gotta stay focused, and especially with a man like Santos Escobar, he could hit that phantom driver out of nowhere and pick up a massive win right away. So it's one of those things where Trick Williams, every match that he has in his young career is going to be the biggest matchup of his career every single night. Oh, wait a minute, can he steal victory here? He has Santos Escobar in position. Just a 1 count though, because he defeated Grayson Waller. But now with Santos Escobar, this is a whole different ball game. As Trick Williams looking to fly, here we go, flying clothesline, takes down Santos Escobar. Escobar trying to take a moment to kind of just recuperate at this moment, but running right back in the arms of Trick Williams. As this is your last matchup before we get to the massive main event, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns has been furious ever since losing his World Heavyweight Championship at the King of the Ring. He was the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, but Drew McIntyre would cash in and walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns would barely hold on to that championship for maybe a little bit less than 30 minutes or so, I would say. But Roman Reigns very well could be walking out world champion if he's able to defeat Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre there at SummerSlam for that World Heavyweight Championship. As a spinning heel kick, turning Escobar inside out. I was thinking maybe that could be it, but still too early in this matchup, and Trick Williams feeling himself here early. Looking quite well against Mr. Santos Escobar. Escobar having some trouble figuring out Trick Williams here. It's not like there's too much game tape besides the matches with Grayson Waller. And this is where Escobar, maybe he's going to start treating these superstars as if he's facing Omos and Bronson Reed. Because in those type of matches, he's become very, very focused and has walked out with massive wins. As a big punch to the face there, stuns Trick Williams there briefly, but feels like it didn't really affect him too much. Could be moments away from seeing Carmelo and Trick Williams going on to SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but Santos Escobar, big time reversal after eating that big boot. As now, what is Santos thinking here? Big time punch to the face there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is he thinking about doing the Phantom Driver from the second rope? No, he's not, but brutal maneuver that is. And that very well could be enough to put away Trick. 2. No, 2.5. For a minute, I honestly thought Santos Escobar was thinking about doing the Phantom Driver, but he's going to do it from the ground right there to Williams. Will this be it? 2, 3 it is. And now we will get ourselves a rematch, but this time it will be for the championship. Escobar versus Bronson Reed for that United Kingdom Championship. Look at this, the beginning of the end, dropping him right on that top rope into the Phantom Driver, and Santos Escobar gets himself the United Kingdom Championship match he's been looking for. What a night full of matches. And we got Santos advancing, and he is going to SummerSlam. Congratulations to Santos Escobar, ladies and gentlemen. Santos Escobar versus Bronson Reed. It is main event of the evening time, ladies and gentlemen. Seth freaking Rollins is here, and he is in action against Roman Reigns. We all know Seth Rollins will be taking on Gunther live at SummerSlam, and we heard what Gunther said earlier on tonight. Very intriguing that it happened to be the table that he put Seth Rollins through. Talking all that trash, and Gunther said he's going to lay out Seth Rollins there at SummerSlam. And basically said, hey, how's it going to feel at SummerSlam when you let all your fans down after I defeat you? And of course, Seth Rollins doesn't plan on losing that matchup. It's going to be a big-time matchup, though, Seth versus Gunther. And also on the other side, you got Roman Reigns, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, who got cashed in on. He is going to be at SummerSlam taking on the current World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. And I'm being told Drew and Dolph are not here tonight. They're still recuperating from their injuries from the hands of Roman Reigns. So, at least for Roman, he's not going to have to worry about anything besides this matchup. And earlier on tonight, we saw the Usos lose in singles action, so Roman's probably not going to be too happy about that, but he's probably going to take in consideration that they're better as a tag team instead of in singles action. But we'll see how that fares at SummerSlam and that 2-on-3 handicap matchup, as here comes your King of the Ring winner and the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, King Roman Reigns. And of course, he's going to make sure he has his lovely crown on. Drew McIntyre, the first ever King of the Ring winner. And then you have Roman Reigns, the second ever King of the Ring winner. And it's very ironic that both Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns happen to both be happen to be dealing with each other at the time, since they were the first and second ever King of the Ring winners. It's funny how things come to be. Roman Reigns taking this all in. Paul Heyman coming out here at ringside. Paul Heyman won't be there at ringside in that triple threat match. Anything goes in that triple threat match. Pinfall or submission has to happen in the ring, but it's going to get very, very violent inside of the ring. Roman and, Dolph and obviously Drew McIntyre. No love lost between all three men, but Roman Reigns last week, he certainly sent the message to Dolph and Drew McIntyre, the World Heavyweight Champion, saying, hey, you guys better bring your A game because I am at my all-time best right now. Last week, Drew McIntyre took on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt would go on to defeat Drew McIntyre, and that's when Roman Reigns would come out after, Bray Wyatt was already on stage dealing with Uncle Howdy, and then we saw Roman come out and attack the World Heavyweight Champion. But here we go. Referee rings the bell. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. We know the history. Former Shield members, and now I think this is honestly their first time in years that these guys have been in a singles match against each other. I cannot give you really a time, but it's been certainly for me it's got to be years since these last two have been in a match against each other. So big super kick there to Roman Reigns, but Reigns right back up to his feet. Not playing around here with Rollins. Oh, right on that top rope. Seth Rollins, a former United States champion, former WWE champion, former tag team champion as well. And then also Roman Reigns, like I mentioned, former Universal Champion, former WWE Champion, former United States Champion. Roman Reigns certainly has done it all. Both men have done quite well for themselves. Let's look at this submission hold here to Roman Reigns. This is not the place to be if you're Roman, as he's able to roll through momentarily. Both men looking really good in white right now. As off the ropes, look at that Samoan drop, takes down Rollins. And now Reigns just going to hurt that neck area of Rollins. Despite not having that World Heavyweight Championship, Roman Reigns has been very, very serious. And it seems like he's willing to do everything he can to get that World Heavyweight Championship back. As now it is time to acknowledge your tribal chief here in Rosemont, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen. Stand up! Actually, maybe we just want to stand down as Roman Reigns got taken out there briefly. But, a lot of people, do you guys acknowledge your tribal chief today? Or do you not acknowledge him at all? My question is, after SummerSlam, what is the rosters going to be looking like? At least championship-wise for Raw and SmackDown, because after SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen, we go back to the exclusive pay-per-views. We have not seen exclusive pay-per-views in months. So we'll see how it fares after SummerSlam with championships and everything else. Big gut punch there. Here comes Roman Reigns. Uh-oh. Roman looking for that crucifix power bomb. Bam! Absolutely brutal there to Seth frickin' Rollins. And now, uh-oh. Reigns cocking up that fist. Looking at that Superman punch to Rollins. Could that be enough to put away the Architect? Is it enough? No, Rollins kicks out at the very last second. And now Roman has him in the corner, going for the Superman punch, but Rollins, he knows Roman Reigns so dang much that he knew exactly what to expect. And now Rollins, oh no, Reigns moving out of the way. Both men bringing their A game in this main event of the evening, a match that we have not seen in years, if I remember correctly. And now Rollins Irish whipping Reigns. This is the type of matchup to expect, ladies and gentlemen. And now, well, you can definitely include that as well. Paul Heyman getting involved. It would not be a Roman Reigns matchup if Paul Heyman wasn't getting involved. It's a one-armed powerbomb. Takes down Seth. And oh no. If Roman Reigns hits this could be ball game. Roman Reigns spearing Seth Rollins in half. And that gotta be it. Roman Reigns spears Seth Rollins, all due to the help of Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen. The pinfall right in front of Heyman gets the job done. It's one of those things where you gotta always keep an eye on Paul Heyman, and your tribal chief gets the job done tonight in your main event of the evening. And oh look, it's the ring general, Gunther. And Gunther looking to beat down Seth frickin' Rollins here. Oh my goodness. Absolutely looking to swing for the fences right there. And of course, we heard it from Gunther earlier on tonight, what he was going to be doing. He was going to be keeping an eye on this matchup, and he said if he wanted to, he'd come down to this ring and get a close eye view of the matchup. And well, the matchup's over, and it seems like Rollins, oh my goodness, getting chopped in half there. Absolutely brutal, ladies and gentlemen. And now Gunther again. What in the hell is this ring general doing? Oh no, no, no. Oh my goodness. Right on the table. The back right there of Seth frickin' Rollins is not going to be feeling too good. And he's telling Seth to get up to his feet one more time. Oh my goodness, another unprotected chair shot. Absolutely brutal. Look at the referee. He's not sure what to do. Not much you can do, ref. And Gunther gonna send an exclamation point for the matchup at SummerSlam. Gunther! Powerbomb! Powerbomb there to Seth frickin' Rollins. And Gunther again. Oh no. No, right in front of us. Right in the broken announce table. Gunther gets the upper hand. And it's going to be an all-out war at SummerSlam. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to a massive Monday Night Raw. And wait a minute, that's the World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre. We were told literally earlier that this man was not here tonight, neither was Dolph. But look at McIntyre laying waste to Drew laying waste to Roman Reigns. Look at this. Absolutely craziness going on. Oh my goodness, the Claymore. The Claymore. Absolutely brutal. And now McIntyre feeling himself again. Another Claymore. Turning Roman Reigns inside out. And that's how you end an episode of Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns down and out, and the World Heavyweight Champion on top. As, oh, Roman Reigns stirring up to his feet again? You gotta be kidding me. I figured that was going to be it, but it seems like Roman Reigns, oh, now he's busted open, and Drew beating the living crap out of Roman Reigns. This has woken up the Scottish Warrior, ladies and gentlemen. And now, wait a minute, Reigns with a spear, out of nowhere. That is not how I was expecting this to turn out at all. Roman Reigns somehow, someway, now getting in the upper hand on the World Heavyweight Champion. And if Dolph Ziggler's watching this wherever the hell he's at, he's probably got to be loving this right now. Both of these men beating the living crap out of each other before their World Heavyweight Championship matchup. To be expected at this point. And now, wait, no! McIntyre now, not playing around. Back and forth we go. Oh, and a big clothesline didn't really affect Mr. Roman Reigns there. And now, wait a minute. What is Drew McIntyre thinking here? Oh no. Oh no, a power bomb to the outside. Outside the ramp there. And Drew gets his revenge.